Hello and welcome, inmates, to week 59. This is Lost, and I was the winner of this week's Scorch. The prompt this week was given by Octo, and it is knives like words. I liked this prompt a lot, and it was very fun to write for this one. And here is the winning piece, Cursed. Knives like words. We thought the curse was ridiculous when it was first cast. Knives like words, it didn't make any sense. We should have taken it more seriously. In the next few days, our lives were changed forever. At first, we didn't think anything had changed. We lived our lives just as we always had, and everything was fine. The first person in town to figure out something was wrong was the butcher. He was the kindest man, and he always said the nicest things, and he made sure that we were all doing well. About halfway through the first day after the curse, he realized that it was ridiculously hard to cut any of his meat. He looked at his knives, and they looked just as sharp as they had the day before, but he decided to sharpen them anyway. Even that didn't help. His knives couldn't cut anything. After the butcher struggled with his knives, we all checked our own knives to see if they still cut. Most of us couldn't make a scratch, and we didn't understand what was happening. The baker had always had a sharp tongue. Buying bread meant that you were going to hear something scathing about someone in the town. We quickly discovered that the baker wasn't having any issues cutting anything. We were all baffled at why only the baker seemed to be able to cut. We didn't make the connection to the curse until someone said that when they got their bread today, the baker made a comment about their face that cut them deep. With that, we realized that we couldn't cut anything because our words were too dull. To have sharp knives, we had to have sharp words. How I wish we hadn't been so foolish to think that the curse wouldn't affect us that much. We used to live in a town with mostly pleasant people. Everyone was ready with a kind word and a smile. But since so many of us use knives for our jobs and for our lives, our town has turned into a place where we are quick to criticize, and nobody is truly happy. I've been searching for the way to break the curse, but I haven't had any luck. I try to still say kind things and smile at the others here. Since I don't need a knife to play my lute, I decided that I would give up the ease of using knives to try to bring some joy to our town. I've traveled many places in search of the cure for our curse, but I've not yet found it. And every time I come back to town, everyone has gotten meaner. Everyone is so miserable, and I hope that someday soon I can figure out how to break this curse.
Hey, Octo here with Judge Comments. I just wanted to say that Lost won this week because I really like how she weaves together the world building with the sort of plot building, basically. In this little nugget here, she gives us the setup of this world, which is really interesting, and I kind of want to know what other kind of curses can be made here, or if this is a specifically weird curse. And also, we have a sort of the adventure continues. Will this little person ever uncurse the town? Will the town devolve into miserable meanness before then? Who knows? But I kind of hope they figure it out. The other two that I got, one was an interesting little world-building snapshot, and the other one was a cute little letter that was also kind of a world-building snapshot. So this one kind of went a step further, and I really enjoyed that. So, good job, Lost. Keep that fire burning.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed Cursed Knives Like Words. I had a lot of fun writing that. It was a while ago, and so I don't remember everything about what I was thinking about and how it got there. But I do know that it was very inspired by the usage of a sharp tongue and that idea that words can be sharp and painful and hurtful, and knives are obviously sharp and painful and hurtful, or can be, obviously, when used, however. And so I just really liked that wordplay of those things together, and making that story was a lot of fun. I may or may not ever write more for that poor village and their curse. I think it would be fun. I haven't really thought about it much, though, and I won't make any promises there. So I gave the prompt for the next week as it goes. And the prompt for week 60 is hats are like personalities. I have no idea where that came from. I can't give you any insight there. So sorry if you really like the insight of where the prompt came from. I've got nothing. I don't even remember this being a prompt that I even thought about ever. So, yeah, there's that. I hope you liked the episode this week, and hope you return again next week. Thank you again so much for listening and for supporting us, and you can check out more things on our Patreon, transcripts to the episodes. If you join the Patreon, you get the embers so that you can read everything everyone wrote, which is super awesome because there are so many talented writers in this group who I admire a lot and write very cool things that obviously there can only be one winner. So a lot of weeks there's a lot of good things, but only one person could win. So if you want to check it out, and you can, we would love that. And once again, thank you so much for listening and for supporting us. And until next time, keep that fire burning.
The Cellblock Scorch is a production of Stellacore, an independent group of nerds sharing their obsessions with the world. Links to all our projects, including Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, Patreon, and Ko-Fi, can be found on our link tree, posted in each episode description. Follow us on Tumblr or Instagram to see the prompt of the day before the episode drops, and a quote from each Scorch the day after. If you would like to support our creative endeavors, you can give a one-time tip to the Ko-Fi of the writer of your favorite Scorches, or check out our Patreon. There, you can access the Scorches and episode transcripts for free, or sign up for Spark level support for $5 a month to gain access to our embers as well.